So this headless sculpture is quite interesting, but ironically call it nafas.
We have nothing to hide, you ask. I will answer. Works Minister, S. Sami Velu.
Basically, important thing about art collecting is not the destination, it's the journey. So if you stop, that means you're finished in terms of art collecting.
Dr. Tan called me up and said that he'll be working on Ermu 2, which is the toffee. That for the toffee, it will be a different approach because there'll be another collector showcasing his work. And I found out later that it was Encik Pakha, and immediately I said yes.
Dr. Tan is a good friend. I think we were drawn together because of the pursuit, a common pursuit of collecting art. And he's also a businessman and entrepreneur, apart from being a collector and architect. He has for many years been toying the idea of having a space, a building, so to speak, where collectors are being given space, to showcase their work. A couple of years back in Yogyakarta, actually, we start talking about showcasing my collection in a space, in a building that he just purchased. He purchased this during a COVID time. And he said, I'll give you free hand. Let's talk about collaboration, a win-win situation for both. He provides the hardware, I provide the software, and co-curated with Sarah Abu Bakar. So that's how it came about.
Pakha had an idea in his mind, brewing already. He was very specific about wanting to show artworks from the 1990s onwards, and specifically figurative art. And we filtered, so it's a mix of sculptures, paintings, photography, drawings. Initially, when we were reviewing and selecting the artworks, everything was just in the mind. We have Xia Yiying, Umi Baizura, Nadia Pamadaj, Wong Hoi Cheong, Amron Omar, Raja Shariman, Ahmad Anwar Ismail, Ahmad Fuad Osman, Ahmad Zaki Anwar, Nur Azizan Rahman Paiman, Nur Mahnun Muhammad, Jalaini Abu Hassan, Bayu Utomo Rajikin, there's also Zulkifli Yusof, and Anurendra Jagadeva, Anu, and I think I've got everything.
Having put about 101 works here, it doesn't really dent my space still as crime as ever. I still chock-a-block with artworks and all that. I think two criteria. Basically, the first one is I have collected this artist work with a big bay. That's one. Secondly, there are now very established artists, in the contemporary art scene. Some people kata I sombong, but it's just that I don't want artists to influence so much of my idea about their work. For me, an artist's idea or explanation of his work is just one of several explanation that can reasonably be given to the artwork. And then once the artist has produced the artwork and released it to the world, then of course other people view, or the critic or enthusiasts and all that, they have every right, to view the work as long as it's reasonable. And there's an access between your view of the work and the work itself. Tapi kalau if the explanation macam layang-layang putus tali everywhere, tapi cannot connect with the world, then it's not valid to me. Amron, for example, became a good friend much later. But during the initial days and all that, I bought my first work basically from galleries. So that's basically it. And whether it portray the figure, for example, in its various manifestations, and after several years and all that, he offered to do a live portrait for myself. I still remember the first one was my late wife Fatima. First portrait he did, and it took about almost 5 hours, one session. And if you look at the portrait itself, you can see that muka Fatima pun dah masam. That was captured because towards the end, dah tired and all that. It's only an artist portrait could convey that mixture of nak senyum, marah, and that kind of thing. Kalau fotografi, just the moment. That's it. they always joke and says that behind every great collection, there must be a surprise wife. So during the initial days, Fatima, I suffered quite a number of surprises, I must say. But she's a good partner in collecting art. And I'm quite lucky that my wife now and my association keen interest in art. And that's where, so there's a continuity there, I would say, which is good.